This is a special audio topic, J77, and today's topic is pretty much a free-for-all. It is the holiday season. I don't want to bring any major topics on the board, just something that is more personal to me and to those out there listening to this audio. And it's pretty much answering a very respectful question. A question I'm pretty sure everybody has a straight up answer for because, let's be honest, when it comes to holiday season, there are certain things we like to watch, listen, and just read, especially during the Christmas or, even the New Year's holidays or whatever holidays you choose to celebrate based on religion. And that is what movie, TV show, or even music you just have to listen to, watch, or view during the Christmas holiday spirit. And it's pretty much unique because one of the things that I find about my selection of movies is I do have certain films I need to see, I must see uh, during the holidays. It is pretty much become a tradition of watching A Christmas Story, It's a Wonderful Life, which I absolutely adore to death. I make it my personal business to watch that at least once every holiday season. March of the Wooden Soldiers, Wizard of Oz, all the old classic films that really has a special place in my heart. It's crazy, but I always find myself watching these films, and I made it my business if I ever had children of my own to pretty much share these movies with them at a young age and let them know just why they are so wholesome to me. This is what I'm bringing out in this audio topic. It's weird, but I wanted, being that this is December, I really didn't want to go start off on a major topic issue. I wanted to really share this with you guys. I know there's a lot of people out there who has that one film, that one TV show, that one music that they just happen to want to listen to, especially come the Christmas season, especially comes the Hanukkah season. It is a film that they hold dear, and they make it their business to go to the attic, open their trunk, dust off the cobwebs for that special VHS or DVD, and pop that on their television set and just sit down and watch it. And there's a reason for that because these films bring a smile in your face. These films are wholesome. There are very great stories behind that. One of the films that I really took to heart and I made it my business to buy because it was such a great movie was A Wonderful Life. Now, Wonderful Life, I believe I did a review in a flashback review. I'm pretty sure of that. It is a movie that I absolutely adore. This movie really tells a very, very good tale, very good story of a man, Bailey, and his family, and how he is struggling, and there's to the point where he felt everything is crashing down. He felt taking his own life was the answer, and this angel who is trying to get his wings is showing you what happened if he didn't wasn't born. And he shows a more darker side to the town if he was not there. And it really struck home about how one person can affect a lot of people. This film sadly didn't do well at all in the box office, but you know what? It's kind of funny. Most films that doesn't do well in the box office end up getting so much recognition when it's shown on television, and deservedly so. This is one of those movies that I consider to be a must-see for everyone, and I pretty much make it my business to see it again and again. It is a welcome story. Another movie which sadly I have been having a hard time to find. I don't know if that's because of copyrights or just it's in public domain and nobody really has the rights to them anymore. March of the Wooden Soldiers. I know YouTube has it, but they have it in, they broke it up in so many pieces that is almost sometimes you can skip a scene, and I easily recognize the scenes that has been skipped, and it's one of those movies that I found. It's the only true. This is a true story. It's the only Laurel and Hardy movie that I ever seen from them, and they have a lot of stuff out there that has been shown in my channel, but that was the only film I actually remember seeing, remember what it was all about, and it's the only film that I actually seen of them. And the reason is that during Sundays, I watch nothing but Albert and Costello movies, and those are the movies, those are the two duels I grew up with. That and the Three Stooges. But Laurel and Hardy, the one thing I actually seen from, the only thing I actually see from is March of the Wooden Soldiers. So it's a very, very, uh, it's a very, very unique film. A film that, by the way, got changed. The name has been changed when it came on television. Don't know why, because it was originally called Babes in Toyland, which was changed here as just March of the Wooden Soldiers. I don't know if that's because of how they different from the book, but it didn't really matter. It's a wonderful timeless classic, and a classic I believe, honestly, in my own opinion, you need to get your kids early because let's be honest, with the new technology with films these days, with the CGI and the other effects, if you get them too late, they probably will pretty much shy it away and basically consider this as a garbage has been film. And it's not a really garbage has been film. It's a unique film. It's a classic film, and I believe the only way that the kids would truly appreciate it if they're young and sitting with the family. This is a film that you need to sit with the family. I saw this with my grandmother, and to this day, I never regret seeing this movie. This is a very great movie. It's right up there with another classic film that I considered a must-see, in my opinion, and that is the Wizard of Oz. The Wizard of Oz was a very well-done movie, a movie that was exciting, funny at times, scary, but overall just a wholesome film. And it's kind of funny, this is one of the few films that actually completely shied away from the original source material, and it actually worked. And it worked brilliantly, and that's because you had great actors and a great actress in Judy Garland playing Dorothy, and I really I also hold that very dear. Christmas Story, I hold it dear, but then again, it's kind of, I do believe that the studios of TNN have actually wore out that movie's welcome for me. I'll still watch it, but I'm not watching it 8 or 9 times. So come on, put another film on. So that's my thing about these films. That's the thing I enjoy about these movies. The funny thing about it, these holiday films, I believe, with the exception of probably Home Alone being one of the last holiday classics, the first Home Alone, there hasn't really been too many films that I can say I want to, in this generation, that I can grab hold and say, yeah, I got to go and see this film again, again, again. There hasn't been that many holiday films, and I guess the reason is that most holiday films, they follow a same old formula that people recognize or people just gotten tired of. The one thing about these holiday films, they didn't follow the same formula. There was something different. There was something unique about them. There was something that you really couldn't copy. It's one of the reasons why I refused to watch Christmas Story 2. There's nothing unique about Christmas Story 2. Don't ask me even why did they decide to make another Christmas Story 2. But that's one of the reasons why I just, I shy away from that. To me, the first Christmas Story is a league by itself. The same thing with It's a Wonderful Life. Miracle on 34th Street, I have a very strong memory of. It's a very, very good movie. A very, very surprisingly good theme to that movie, where you have to believe, you have to have faith that something's going to happen, and it will happen. And that was the main theme of that film, the having faith. For people who didn't believe he was Santa Claus, but this little girl believed he was Santa Claus, and even when her faith was being tested, when she realized, when she had that faith, it turns out he really was Santa Claus. It was a very, very good movie. A lot of people consider it as being pretty much relying on a miracle than anything else, but I figured that this was still a great film, and I actually consider this to be a holiday must-see for a lot of people. As for the remake, honestly, I haven't seen the remake, so I can't really say anything about the remake. That's not because I thought it was going to be a bad film. It's just I never really got around to the remake, and from what I saw in the commercials, it looked like they were just reenacting the same film from the last time. So that's why I can't really say much about the remake. But what I'm seeing here is that the films that I've seen, I know there's a lot of my classic, with the exception of probably Home Alone being the earliest and most recent. Most of the holiday films pretty much date back from the 50s, 60s, 70s, some of the 30s, and the youngest I think is the 20s, and that's when the film started to really come around. during the time, but I hold those dearly. I want to watch these films on holidays. I want to sit down and enjoy these films with my family during the holidays. These are great films with great stories and great themes to it that match well with the holiday season, and those are the films I actually do enjoy. The same thing goes with a certain TV shows. There are certain TV shows I just have to watch. Honeymoon's Marathon, and the lost episode of the Honeymoon Christmas special when he had all the characters from the Jackie Gleason show and that one favorable skit. That's a lost rarity. They don't really show that skit anymore, but they do show the marathons. Twilight Zone and New Year's. Have to watch it. I love the Twilight Zone. Actually, I'm considering of doing my top 5 best and top 5 worst Twilight Zone episodes from the old school. Cartoon specials, hands down. Gotta admit, you kind of just watch the original Grinch. If you can find it, the Smurfs on Christmas special. I think these are good specials. The one that the Disney did, that introduced me to Scrooge McDuck. I believe it was the Mickey Mouse Christmas Carol or Disney's Christmas Carol. I really did enjoy that. It was actually scary because I actually watched that at night. I remember watching that movie at night and got scared off. My grandma was like debating whether I should stay on it, but I think she liked the Mickey Mouse, so she kept it on. But that got me introduced to a new character, which became my favorite character when they gave him, along with Huey, Dewey, and Louie, their own show, and that was DuckTales. Always, if I can find it, always watch that. So those are the movies I actually enjoy watching and actually making my business to at least let it share with other family members who didn't grow up with these films, to at least get an eye of what we used to enjoy, what I used to enjoy when I was growing up. And these are the films that I just have to have. I know I put a whole bunch of stuff here, but these movies, these shows bring back great fond memories that will never leave me. These movies were part of my holiday memories, and they will always be till I'm no longer on this earth. To my grandmother and even to my family members, when they don't want us watching TV at all, want to spend time with the family, the Yule log was always on, and we was not allowed to turn that TV when the Yule log was on. There was classic music. It was there. We never understood what it was for because it was just there. And it took me a long while to realize that we wasn't supposed to watch the television. It was supposed to be a way of not watching television, put the music on, and basically mingle with the family members. It took me a long time because I never understood the concept of Yule log. I did a blog review about a year ago about it, but at the same time, I understood. I knew what it was. I understood now why they did it, and as I got older, I understood that Christmas is not sitting on a TV and playing video games. Christmas is being with families and loved ones and remembering the good times, paying tribute to those who are no longer there. And to this day, I don't watch, when it comes to Christmas Day, I'm with the family. I don't watch television, I don't watch video games. If the kids want to do something, that's fine. But to me, it's always just with family, reminiscing on things, and that's it. Yeah, I got a lot of memories about that. I got a lot of memories. Music, it varies. A lot of music for holiday seasons varies. Surprisingly, I have a very fond memory. I don't know why, for the Muppets 12 Days of Christmas. It's one of those music that when I heard it when I was a kid, stuck by me because it was just so funny how they were singing it. I don't even think that album exists anymore, but I remember it, 261, PS 261. My teacher played it during the last half hour of our class, and it always had me smiling because of the way they made the Muppets were. Muppets was big back in the 80s, and it made me smile. So I'm bringing up a lot of stuff here, but I think you guys get the picture. And pretty much, I think I just covered everything from here that I pretty much will ask you. You just found out that all the stuff that I enjoyed through my childhood is in this one audio. And sue me, I really have fond memory of these movies, the music I told you. And even the Eurolog. Eurolog is part of my childhood, part of my memory. I may never understood it, but that when I was a kid, but it was a part of my memory, and I always hold that dear. So basically, is the question of the day is what movie out there, anything. It could be plenty, it could be multiple, it could be just one that you just simply have to watch, that you feel that your family must watch, uh, and it's so good, it holds dear for you. It gives you a warm feeling in your heart. It's a movie that you can never get tired of, never grow old. It could be a TV show that you never get tired, never grow old. It could be even a music that you just popped in, sit down, and relax. Let me know what you feel about this. Let me know what you feel about what I said here, because frankly, it's something that when I was thinking about it a couple of weeks ago, I said, I do have an obsession with these holiday films, at least the ones I grew up and watch. And no matter what it is, I do make it a custom or tradition to watch them. Do you feel the same? Do you have a film that you make a custom or tradition to watch? You'd be surprised if you really think about it. Say, yeah, I always need to watch the Christmas Story at this particular time of the year, or I need to watch another film that I probably don't even know of that you hold dear. It doesn't have to be a classic film that I said. It could be one that's modern, that you need to watch every year. It may not even be a Christmas film. It may be something that's totally different. I know for a fact this ain't a Christmas film, but I always like to watch it every now and then because it is a very great story that don't really get enough credit for being a perfect work of art. And amazingly enough, it hasn't been a theatrical remake of this film since. That's Pollyanna. I consider that to be one of the best Disney family films, and I consider that to be a holiday film for one reason. I actually saw it during the holidays when Disney had their free, channel cable thing. They were showing movies back to back, and I actually saw that film. And once I saw that film, I'm like, oh my God, I can't get my eyes off that. But it's not considered a Christmas film, but it's definitely something I put in during the holidays because it's such a very good film. I saw that about almost 100 times already. That's how good that film is. So, with that being said, I'll leave it up to you guys. What is it that you guys, what holiday film that you guys hold dear? What holiday film you just simply have to watch? What holiday movie that even brings a tear to your eyes? What show, what music brings a tear to your eyes that you have to listen to or you have to watch? I'm leaving it all to your court. I like to know what it is, especially in this holiday season where you're pretty much just getting ready to dust off that DVD just to watch that film, especially with the families and friends and your children during this holiday season. So, with that being said, I'm going to just say for the last audio for this year, wish everyone out there, everyone from young to old, Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, and a safe New Year to everyone in the YouTube community, the net dwellers, magicexpression.com, and comicbook.com. I wish you all happy holidays and peace and love. Take care.